speak, but I was trained to move cars. Yeah, right. But that was 50 years ago. I got my training. So no, you're right. And I learned the hard way. Or not even the hard way. I learned the good way by working in the city of Chicago. That I had to move everybody, and that's maybe why I got to start doing bikes and pets and all the other things. Just the way I got into bike planning. I was a young traffic engineer working in the city of Chicago. Mayor Richard J. Daley, had a heart attack. His doctor said, well, you can get out and ride a bicycle. Well, those days when Mayor Daley rode a bicycle, everybody rode a bicycle. So they came down to my department. Anybody here ride a bicycle? I go, okay, you're in charge of putting the bike plan list. So that's how I learned how to do bicycle back in the 70s. So, yeah, but yeah, right. Moving people is what's important. Yes, sir.
Just to follow up on the earlier comment about uncontrolled intersections, I might want to suggest a policy of just getting rid of all the uncontrolled intersections in the city. They just seem to be crash magnets. And where we have them mostly is in the residential areas where the back residential streets meet each other. I'm seeing more of them on the north side. A lot of them that used to be on the south side have gradually been going away. But I think there should be a medium to long-term policy, I'd say within 5 years, to just get some sort of sign of, to control all the uncontrolled intersections, because it's dangerous to even have them, the way people drive these days.
Take that under consideration. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Someplace in the plan, and maybe it exists, I haven't seen it. Well, this is a city plan. I think we should talk about La Crosse's leadership role in the region and the coordination with other communities with the county plan. Just that it's really incumbent upon us to move the system forward for the whole region. La Crosse is going to be the leader. The city's going to be. We ought to recognize that in some of our group.
Absolutely agree, and maybe I'll check to see if we do that early, because when we did the plan, remember when we started with the county plan, is the beginning, and we're aware that on Alaska, as one of the Shelby problems, some of the other people have problems, and so we've tried to do our plan in such a way that it connects to what they're doing. But the money was just to the city, so that's why we've, on all those maps there, the stuff that's gray is the city. And sometimes we'll show the routes going off into other people's property.
All understood and accepted. It's just, I think, important for us to always use that word regional in that our leadership role.
Okay, I think that's a really good comment. I think it's in there, but if it isn't, I'll make sure it is in there, because you're right, it's absolutely important. Yes, sir.
Is there any much thought of integrating the city bus system and bicycles?
Integrating the bus system and bicycles. The buses all have bike racks in the front. Only two do.
Yeah, and if they're full, then you wait.
All the buses, but they only hold two.
Has two.
Two can hold two bicycles.
And those racks typically are dangerous with fenders. When they clamp down, they can damage fenders.
Really?
Yeah. There are other racks that don't.
Okay,
But that's just one issue.
Yeah.
If there was more room for bicycles.
One of the things I've seen in other communities is to put a bike rack at the bus stop.
Yeah,
And other gold cities, so maybe you live that certain distance, you just want to get to the bus stop, you can lock your bike up there, hop on the bus, do your trip, come back, now you got your bike to get you where the bus system doesn't go. So that's something that we should also look at. I know I've seen buses that have the racks on the back that hold 6 or 8 buses. I guess if the volume got big, the city could look at that. But usually it's the bigger cities where I've seen bike racks on the back of the bus where you'll get 6 or 8 bikes on the back of the bus.
Related question with the free bike program, like the Red Bikes in Madison or the bikes you rent in Minneapolis. Could you address that?
Okay, that's a bike sharing program is something that a number of cities are starting to do. Washington, D.C. has done this. Washington, D.C. has done the bike sharing where you have, but you need to have a large number of locations already. The bike sharing is where you have a credit card or you're a member and you put your card in, there's like 5 or 10 bikes there. You take your bike, you ride to any other station, but you've got to have 30, 40, 50 stations around a city like La Crosse, so that wherever you wanted to ride, you could then go and leave your bike there. And it's not your bike, it's just the bike, and then when you're done, you can go get a bike and go to the next, you can go from station to station. And usually, you pay on like a monthly basis, or sometimes on a mileage basis, or there's different ways of doing that. La Crosse could look at that. It's a fairly heavy investment to begin with, but once you've got it, then it starts paying for itself. And it's just getting underway in a number of cities. Chicago was supposed to put it in this year, and it just got too complicated.